Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 30th of September 2021. Right now, I'm working with the 9C Cambridge, 9 Cambridge class. We call it O1 class. The subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. We are working on the D3 book, and today we are working on the review exercise of the chapter number 1. And we will start from the from the question number 7. And this chapter is about the quadratic equations and their graphs. So the question number 7 is express y is equals to x squared minus 7x and plus 12 in the form of y equals to bracket start x minus h bracket close bracket start x minus k bracket close. So we have to represent this given equation of a quadratic equation into this form. This form is called this is the form in which the x intercepts are shown. This h and k, they basically represent the x intercepts. X intercepts mean the point where the graph will be cutting the x-axis. Very easily I can convert that given equation into this form. We will do the midterm breaking and we will convert this into, with the help of the factorization, I will make this form. So you can see the equation is x squared minus 7x plus 12. So I will do the midterm breaking. I will multiply the extreme terms, x squared minus 7x plus 12. So I multiply these extreme terms. So to find out the product will be 12x squared. So I will look for the factors, which by multiplying will give you 12, and by addition will give you minus 7. So the pair will be minus 4 and minus 3. So this is basically the midterm breaking. And so you can see we have written x squared minus 4x minus 3x plus 12. So from the first two terms, we will take the x common. And you can see that when I take the x common, we will have, when we have taken the x common, we will have x bracket x minus 4. From the last two terms, I will take minus 3 common. So we will have minus 3 common and then bracket and x minus 4 and bracket close. From these two terms, you can take x minus 4 common. From here, you will have x. From here, you will have minus 3. So now you can see that we have converted that equation into this form basically. So these two are basically the x-intercepts of that graph. So it means that the x-intercepts will be 3 comma 0. This value is 3. 3 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. We change their signs, okay? So 3 comma 0 and 4 comma 0 will be the x-intercepts. Now, with the help of these x-intercepts, I will try to find out the x of the turning point. And the x of the turning point will be x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So we will have 4 plus 3 divided by 2, 7 by 2. So the x of the turning point is 7 by 2, which means 3.5. Now I will find the y of the turning point in the main equation. For example, you can take this equation or you can take this equation, put substitute x with the 7 by 2. You can see here I have done that. Y is equals to 7 by 2 minus 3. And in the next bracket, we have written 7 by 2 minus 4. So I will take the LCM here. So we will have 7 minus 6 by 2 when I will take LCM here. So it will be 7 minus 8 divided by 2. So here you will have 1 by 2 multiplied with minus 1 by 2. So the final answer will be minus 1 by 4. So the turning point, its coordinates are 7 by 2 and the y coordinate is minus 1 by 4. So now I know the x-intercepts and I know the turning point. So for our ease, we will find the y-intercept of this graph. The y-intercept means when the graph will cut the y-axis. When it will cut the y-axis, the value of the x will be 0. So in this equation, the equation of the graph, in the place of x, I will put 0. You can see I've done that. So y will be equal to 12. So 0, 12 will be the y-intercept. So here you can see that I have drawn the grid. And I know the x-intercepts, that is 3, 0 and 4, 0. I put dots, so 3, 0, 4, 0. Then I know the coordinates of the turning point, that is 3.5, minus 1 by 4. 3.5 is here, minus 1 by 4 will be approximately here somewhere. So that is the turning point. And because this x square is positive, so it will be a happy phase. So the coefficient of the x square is positive in the given equation. So it will be a happy phase and the y-intercept is here. So what I will do, I will join these points with a smooth curve. So this is the graph of this equation. So hopefully you have understood that how this is done. This was the question number 7 of the review exercise of the chapter number 1. Okay, so we are going to the next question. That's the question number 8 of the review exercise 1. It says express the y equals to minus x squared plus 5x minus 4 in the form, and the form is this: y equals to minus bracket x minus p bracket close whole square plus q. So I can convert a given equation into this form very easily by applying the process of completing the square. So I will apply the process of completing the square. So you can see here, I have started that process here. So what I did, I took minus 1 common. So from these, I took minus 1 common. Reason, very simple, because this x square has negative. So what we did, we have taken minus 1 common. So you will have inside the bracket x square minus 5x plus 4. Then inside the bracket, I will do the completing the square method. So whatever is the term x, which is minus 5x here. So I will divide the minus 5x divided with the 2x, and you get 5 by 2. So the square of the 5 by 2 will be added, and square of the 5 by 2 will be subtracted from here. So you can see I have done this 5 by 2 whole square minus 5 by 2 whole square. So these 3 terms, x squared minus 5x plus 5 by 2 whole square, they make the formula x minus 5 by 2 whole square. And this is 25 by 4 plus 4. So it will become minus 25 plus 16, that will be minus 9. So you will left with minus 9 by 4. So here this negative, bring it inside. So you will have minus bracket x minus 5 by 2 whole square. This minus will make plus, so 9 by 4. So it means the value of the p, or the turning point is 5 by 2. And the value of the y of the turning point is q, which is 9 by 4. So now you know 9 by 4 means 2.25, 5 by 2 means 2.5. So now I know the turning point. You know the graph is symmetrical. The quadratic graph is symmetrical about the turning point. So once I know the turning point, so what I will do, I will make a table. So I will, on equal distance, I will take the different values of the x. For example, the turning point is at 2.5. So I will take the value at 2 and 1 and 0 on this side, and 3 and 4 and 5. So on both the sides of the turning point, I have taken the x values at equal distance, or I mean symmetrically. Okay, so just put these values into this equation and you will get the values, and then very easily you can plot them. For example, at 2.5, the turning point is 2.25. The y value is 2.25. And the important thing is that because here the coefficient of the x square is negative, if the coefficient of the x square is negative, then it will be a sad phase. It will be a sad phase. So you can see there. I will plot these points. I plotted them. You can see these dots. And then I join them with the smooth curve. You can see it's a sad phase. Its turning point is 2.5, 2.25. And its x-intercepts are minus 1, 0 and 4, 0. Its y-intercept is 0, minus 4. So this is how you will draw the graph of the question number 8. Hopefully you have understood. This was the question number 8. You only have to sketch the graph. Okay. Now we are going to the question number 9 of the review exercise number 1. I'm reading it from the book. He says the difference between the reciprocals of two consecutive positive integers is 1 by 12. find two numbers. So mark these words, remember these words of the story sum. The difference between the reciprocals of two consecutive positive integers is 1 by 12. So we have two consecutive integers. So if the first number is x, the second number will be x plus 1. He says if you take their reciprocals and then you find the difference between them, and that will be equals to 1 by 12. So it means 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 1 will be equals to 1 by 12. And also, you might have written this first, or you might have written this first. But the important thing, because this is a smaller number as compared to this number, so its reciprocal will be larger. So that's why I've written the 1 by x first. So take the LCM. So x bracket x plus 1 is the LCM. So here you will have 1 into x plus 1. So when you divide this with this, the x plus 1 will be cancelled. So you're left with the x that will multiply with the 1. So that will be here. So you have x plus 1 minus x divided by this multiply x square plus x equals to 1 by 12. X and minus x, they will be cancelled. So you are left with 1 by x, 1 by x square plus x equals to 1 by 12. So cross multiply. So you will have x square plus x equals to 12. So you will have x square plus x minus 12 equals to 0. So here, and we will do the midterm breaking, and you know that the product of these extreme terms is 12 x squared. So the pairs which by multiplying give you 12, and by subtraction will give you 1. We are looking for that pair. So now you see, it will be 1 into 12 is 12, 2 into 6 is 12, 3 into 4 is 12. So I'm looking for that pair which by subtraction will give you plus 1. So I will take the pair minus 3 and plus 4. So here you can see I've written, this is the rough work. Okay, so x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 12 is equals to 0. So take x common. So you will have x bracket x plus 4 minus 3 is common. Bracket x plus 4 bracket close equals 0. X plus 4 bracket is common. From here you will have x. From here you will have minus 3 equals. These two brackets, they are multiplying with each other, and the answer is 0. So it means either the first bracket is 0, x plus 4 is equals 0. So x will be equals to. So it will be minus 4. Okay. And x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x will be equals to 3. Because this number is negative. This I just forgot, I think, to write here negative. So because it's negative, he said the numbers are positive. So that's why this will be neglected. So the x value is 3. First number was x. So it means it is 3. The second number was x plus 1. So it will be 3 plus 1. And that will be equals to 4. So that was the question number 1, the question number 9 of the review exercise of the chapter number 1. Let me check the answer. Question number 9. So our answers are perfect. Hopefully you have understood. So let's go to the next question. Okay, so listen carefully to the story. I'm going to read the whole question and then we will start solving it. In November 2013, the exchange rate between Australian dollars and the Singapore dollars offered by a money changer was 100 Australian dollar is equals to X Singapore dollars. In December 2013, the exchange rate offered was 100 Australian dollar is equals to X minus 5 Singapore dollars. Mr. Neo found that for every 650 Singapore dollar he exchanged in the December 2013, he would receive 20 Australian dollars more than if he exchanged in November 2013. The first part is formulate in an equation in the X, and the second part is hence find the maximum of the Singapore dollars Mr. Neo received if we exchange 1,250 Australian dollars into the Singapore dollar in 2013. Okay, so the first in the first portion, what happens? It's in November 2013. The story is about the November 2013. the exchange rate between the Australian dollar and the Singapore dollar is 100 Australian dollar is equals to X Singapore dollars. A person has a Singapore dollars and he has 650 Singapore dollars and he wants to know how much Australian dollars he will get. So if you want to find out the Australian dollars, it will be like directly proportional. You can see that in a certain way we have written these values here. So I will convert this into fraction and it will be 100 by A1 equals to X by 650. We will cross multiply. So I want to find out how many Australian dollars we get. So Australian dollar will be equals to 65000 divided by X. So in then what happens in 2013 December, the rate of exchange between the Singapore dollar and the Australian dollar has changed a little bit. So now the 100 Australian dollars is equals to X minus 5 Singapore dollars. So if he exchanges 650 Singapore dollars, how many Australian dollars he will get? Okay, so that's the basic question. So I will convert that ratio thing into the ratio proportion thing into the fraction. So you will have 100 divided by A2 equals to X minus 5 divided by 650. So I will cross multiply here. So A2 will be equals to 65000 divided by X minus 5. So this will be in the second position, the Australian dollars which he will get. He said that the difference between the Australian dollars got by in November 2013 and in December 2013, the difference of the Australian dollars with each other will be 20 Australian dollars. So what we will do, we will put those values. A2 value is 6500 and divided 000 divided by X minus 5 minus A1 value is 65000 divided by X and equals to 20. So I will take the LCM. So LCM will be X bracket X minus 5 bracket close. So you will have 65000 X multiply 65000 in bracket X minus 5 bracket close equals to 20. So you will have 65000 X minus when that's 65 I think 65,000 will multiply with the X, it will be 65,000 X, and when it will multiply with the 5, it will be 000523. So this plus 65,000 X and minus 65,000 X, they both will be cancelled. So now you are cross multiply it. So you have 325000 equals to 20 bracket X square minus 5X. So what we will do, that 20 multiplying with that bracket, it will come to this side, it will divide. So you will have 325000 divided by 20. That will give you 16250 equals to X square minus 5X. So we will rearrange that equation. So you will have X square minus 5X, and then you will have minus 16250 equals to 0. So A is equals to 1, B is equals to minus 5, and C is equals to minus 16250. So I will apply the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula, you know, is minus B plus minus under root B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. So B in here is just, what's the value of the B here? That is 5. Okay. So I will apply the quadratic formula and will insert the values of the A, B, and the C. And you can see the value of the B is minus 5. The value of the C is minus 16250. We just wrote, we put those values. And finally, you will have 5 under root plus, 5 plus minus. And when I take the square root of this thing, just enter this thing in the converter, you will get 255. So there are two possibilities. We will have 5 plus 255 equals to divided by 2 equals to. That will give you an answer of 130. Okay. So the other option is 5 minus 255 equals to and divided by 2. So you will get minus 125. So now you can see that we have the two values of X, but the X was supposed to be positive. Okay. So I will take the x 130. So x equals to 130 will be our answer. Now at the end of the question, they say, the question is, yeah, Mr. Neo found that for every 650 Singapore dollar he exchanged in December 2013, I mean, we would receive 20 Australian dollars more than if he exchanged in November 2013. Formulate an equation in the terms of facts and hence find the amount of Singapore dollars Mr. Neo received at her exchange, Australian dollar 1250. So in November 2013. Okay. So they are talking about November 2013, and you can see that we have 100 Australian dollars is equals to 130 Singapore dollar, because the X value is 130. And he has 1250 Australian dollars, and he converts them into Singapore dollar. So the question is how much Singapore dollars he will receive. And you can see the final answer here, 1625. This much Singapore dollars he will get. So hopefully you have understood. So let's move to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is question number 11. Okay, so now we will attempt question number 11 of the review exercise of the chapter number 1. And let me read the question for you. He says Farhan traveled by car from the town A to town B, 40 kilometers apart. So the distance between the town A and the town B is 40 kilometers at an average speed of X kilometer per hour. So when he goes, Farhan goes by a car from town A to town B, his speed is X kilometers per hour. Write down an expression in terms of X for the time taken by Farhan to travel from town A to town B. You know the distance is 40 kilometers, the speed is X kilometer per hour, and the time taken by this first person, whose name is Farhan, is distance divided by speed. That's the formula for time. Distance divided by speed. So it will be 40 divided by X, and the time will be in hours because the speed was kilometer per hour. Then we have given that Farhan, okay, Khairul traveled by a van from the town B to town A. So he's talking about another person. He's moving from town B to town A. His name is Khairul. And so the Khairul, he says, Khairul traveled by van from the town B to town A at an average speed that was 30 kilometers less than that of the car. So the speed of this van is X minus 30 because its speed is less as compared to this speed. And how much it is less? It is 30 less. So he says, write down an expression in terms of X for the time taken by the Khairul to travel from the town B to town A. So first of all, I have to, this is the second part. So the time taken, T2 will be distance divided by speed, and the distance is 40 kilometers, but the speed is X minus 30. So that is also in hours. Then the third part is given that the Farhan took 10 minutes less than Khairul to complete the journey. Form an equation in X and show that it reduces to X square minus 30X minus 7200 equals to 0. So you see here I have shown that T2 minus T1, the time taken by Farhan and time taken by Khairul, the time difference between them is 10 minutes. But because here everything is in hours, so I will divide 10 with the 60. So it will be converted into hours. So now you can see I will take the LCM of this side. So we will have X bracket X minus 30. So this, when you divide the LCM with the denominator X minus 30 and X minus 30 will be cancelled. X will be left and that will multiply with the numerator. In the same way, when you divide this LCM with this denominator, which is x, and x cancel, x minus 30 is left. That will multiply with this 40. So you will have 40 bracket x minus 30. We will have 40x minus 40x plus 1,200, and the downstairs it will be x square minus 30x equals to 1 by 2. So that 10 and 10 has been 10 and the 60 has been cancelled. So you are left with the 1 by 6 only. Okay. So we have found that equation. Then the fourth part is solve the equation x square minus 30x minus 7200 equal to 0, giving your both your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Find the time taken by Carol to travel from town B to town A. Okay. So here you got that equation. The equation will be x square minus 30x minus 7200 equals 0. So x is 1, the b is minus 30, c is 7200. So I will apply the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac, the whole thing divided by 2a. So the value of the b here will be minus 30. And you can see I have substituted the value of the b and the a and the c. So it will become 30, it will become 900. When you multiply them, this become positive. And you do this on the calculator, so you will have, and by after taking the under root, the value will be 172.34. So I will have two options here. The one is 30 plus 172.34 equals to divided by 2, and you will get this answer, 101.17. In the same way, you can find the 71.17 minus 71.17. When you take 30 minus 172.34 equals to divided by 2 equals to, you get this answer. But we don't want this negative answer. This positive answer is enough for us. So at the end, his question is, find the time taken by Khalil to travel from the town B to town A. For going from town B to town A, the time taken is T2, and that will be 40 divided by x minus 30. Just put the value of the x. I think this positive value should be taken. And so it will be T2 equals to 40 divided by x minus, it will be x minus 30. So put this value 101.17. So here we have entered that value. So the T2 will be equals to 0.562 hours. This is the answer of this thing. And then I multiply with the 60 to convert it into properly minutes. So you will have 33.7 minutes. So my dear student, that was the question number 11 of the review exercise. So today I have done for the, we were working on the review exercise 1 of the D3, and we have subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. And we have done question number 7, question number 8, question number 9, question number 10, and question number 11. So my dear students, if you find this video helpful for you, or this is fruitful to you, and it's helping you to improve your concepts of mathematics, kindly don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like these videos, to tell your friends to watch these videos as well. And don't forget to share the link of the video in your Instagrams or your Facebooks. So it was a great pleasure teaching you here today. So we will meet you again soon with the next questions of the review exercise of the D3. So thank you very much, everybody. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and God bless you all.